On today's show, Smart gives us autonomous car concepts of the future, the Mini E is teased ahead of the Frankfurt Motor Show, and just how much do we trust robotic cars? These stories and more coming up next. This is Ecotricity's ecoTEC roundup show from New Zealand's only carbon zero certified renewable electricity company. We're 100% Kiwi and 49% community owned. Switch today at ecotricity.co.nz. Hi there, I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield, a professional musician turned electric vehicle crusader, and I'm here to bring Kiwis our weekly roundup of the biggest news stories around the world in relation to cleaner, greener transport. As always, thanks for joining me. With the Frankfurt Motor Show just a few weeks away, we're starting to see details posted of the all concept and production vehicles that we can expect to see there. And Daimler's smart car brand is no exception, releasing details this week of its self-driving smart concept. Called the Smart VIsion EQ Fortwo, the two-seat EV supposedly previews a day where car sharing rather than car ownership is the norm. And as such, it's replaced all the conventional dials with a massive touchscreen display. It's bright, airy, and reminds me very much of early smart car concepts from more than 20 years ago. But don't expect it to reach production anytime soon, if at all. Smart may be keen to see a two-seat car-sharing future, but many buyers outside Europe remain to be convinced of the smart car's appeal, autonomous or not. Bother. One of the most popular features of the Tesla Model S and Tesla Model X, smart air suspension, not only provides a silky smooth ride for passengers, but also helps make it easy to raise up your Model S or Model X to clear rough terrain. It also helps both cars hunker down on the freeway too, improving airflow and increasing efficiency to boot. Well, this week via Twitter, Tesla CEO Elon Musk confirmed that Tesla's smart air suspension would make its way to the Model 3 too, debuting next year alongside the high-performance dual-motor Model 3 variant. It's not clear how much the option will cost, because Tesla hasn't released pricing, but don't expect it to be all that close to the Model 3's headline-grabbing entry-level price. Sorry. What happens to batteries when they're no longer good for use in electric cars? Well, usually, as you might know if you've watched this show before, they end up in second life battery products, providing grid-tied backup storage, emergency backup power, and sometimes even off-grid power storage for renewable energy solutions. Well, now some clever folks have joined the two worlds together, taking used Renault Zoe ZE battery packs and a rapid charging station and joining them together, helping to make it possible for rapid charging stations to be installed in areas where the power grid was traditionally not powerful enough to take a rapid charging station, or where installation of high power feeds would be prohibitively expensive. And what does this all mean? Well, it means we're going to see more remote charging stations, something which can only help make electric cars even more appealing to buyers eager to venture off the beaten track. We've already previewed one concept car this show that we'll see in Frankfurt, and now it's time for another in the form of Mini's all-new electric concept. That, says the automaker, gives us a glimpse of what to expect from its 2019 Mini E production model. With a distinctive hexagonal grille and special lights front and rear, yes, it does have Union Jack rear light clusters, the concept car has an unspecified battery pack and range, but it's worth noting that Mini seems to have gone to great lengths to make this vehicle as lightweight and as aerodynamic as possible, using the same kind of retractable door handles we're familiar with on the Tesla Model S. Some parts are also 3D printed, hinting that Mini's parent company BMW is still focusing on improving range and performance through lightweight construction, not just shoving larger batteries and more powerful motors inside a car. And for that, I think a well done is in order. Talking of BMW, the German automaker unveiled a tweak or two to the i3 electric car for the 2018 model year, including a new front-end restyle to make the car look and feel wider, thus hopefully attracting more mainstream car buyers, and the addition of a new sport version called the BMW i3S. The model, which will retail for more than the standard i3, will include wider wheels, an uprated motor, and a 6.9-second sprint time. Sadly, range hasn't been increased, but it's clear that BMW is feeling some pressure from newer cars like the Chevrolet Bolt EV, which is a full 0.6 of a second faster than even the new BMW i3S. When it comes to places and countries with a demand for electric cars, it'd be easy to assume that the US is the largest electric vehicle market, thanks in part to the high number of plug-in cars sold in the state of California. Yet, as newly collated data shows, Chinese car buyers purchased more than double the number of plug-in cars between January and June this year when compared to the US. Moreover, unlike the US, where the majority of plug-in cars sold this year still had an internal combustion engine for range extending capabilities, the majority of new plug-in cars sold in China this year have been pure electric. And don't think it's all Tesla either. Non-Chinese brands accounts for just 6% of all new plug-in cars sold in China this year. So the next time you think about who's leading the plug-in push, don't look west, look east instead. Unlike most automakers, who tend to keep their vehicle refresh cycles extremely strict, changing pricing or content only at defined model year switchover points, Tesla has always favoured making changes to its vehicle lineups as and when they're ready. Which is why this week it's dropped the price of its flagship Tesla Model S and Tesla Model X vehicles after making some tweaks to the way in which its 100 kilowatt-hour battery packs are made. The pack, Tesla's most energy-dense to date, had been causing some headaches for the company, resulting in a higher price tag for customers. But now it appears Tesla has smoothed out its production process, and the result is a few $1,000s off all of the top-end models. But they are still six figures though. Sorry. And finally, with more and more automakers bringing semi-autonomous vehicle technology to market, you'd be forgiven for thinking that society has started to make peace with the idea that cars will, very soon, be doing the majority of the driving duties for us. Not so, says Jack Wiest, Senior Principal Engineer and Systems Architect for Intel's Autonomous Vehicle Program. Having carried out extensive research, his department has concluded that people are generally still terrified of robotic cars and really don't trust them at all that much. The solution, it turns out, as Nissan and other teams have discovered, is to make the experience of being in an autonomous car as pleasant as possible, using vocal and visual interaction techniques to keep passengers reassured and calm. And until engineers have ironed out all of the kinks in the so-called human-machine interface, autonomous cars will remain untrusted for now. So no Johnny Cab for you just yet. Okay. And on that note, it's time for me to bring another episode to a close with the final reminder about EV World NZ, an electric car industry conference and public show taking place at the Vodafone Events Centre next weekend in Auckland. That's September 8th and 9th. You won't want to miss it, and best of all, the public expo on Saturday is completely free, so if your schedule still allows, you really should go. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, tell your friends about this show, and if you've got some feedback, be sure to send it our way. As always, I'll be back soon with more ecoTEC goodness, so make sure you hit that notification bell to find out the minute a new show is uploaded. I would of course like to say at this point that I'll be back next week with another ecoTEC News Roundup show, but the truth is that I'm heading off on a top secret mission, so I'm not going to be around to film this show here. I will, however, be giving you plenty of vlogs from the road, so make sure you tune in and keep up to date with what I'm up to. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, make sure you do something fun, and help keep those wind turbines spinning by switching to New Zealand's only carbon zero certified renewable electricity company. That's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Ka kite. See you next time.